I was a broken woman, almost becoming a divorced woman. I had out of control anger. My husband would do something little, like he wouldn't wash the dishes the way I wanted them to be washed, and for some reason it just got on my nerves, and I would just blow up and yell. And a lot of this anger came from inside, from things that had happened in my past. Things that I thought I had dealt with. I allowed Pastor Graham in on our lives. And I remember opening up to them one time about a brother of mine who hurt me when I was young. He did certain things and said certain things that made me afraid. I guess that's where the anger started coming from. The root of that anger was being scared all over again. I guess the turning point came for me when my son got caught getting into trouble at school, and that was a shock to me. The very anger that I never ever wanted him to pick up. And it was like, well, enough's enough. It's got to change. And that's when I decided, okay, Pastor Graham, I'll come to this cap release. There's things I need to do. I need you to really help me. We were all there for the same reason. Just having someone open up about their own stuff, it gives you that sense of belonging. Oh, wow, I'm not the only one. And then even though this person wasn't struggling with drugs, alcohol or cigarettes, they understood the struggle of this addiction. And being in the group, it was almost like a family. So about week 5, we did a session on forgiveness. It was there that I started to hurt a little bit more, just hurt, and I didn't understand it. And it's like, Lord, what's this all about? I felt the Lord just telling me, ask him to forgive you. Release him from your judgment. And then I got the scripture, if you have something against your brother, you go and see him. So I knew I had to confront my brother. I had to actually face him and speak to him. And I'm like, God, I can't do this. I can't do this. But I did it anyway. On our way over, I was having this conversation with the Lord in my head. And I was talking with him, and I'm like, Lord, I can't do this. I know it's what you want, but I can't do this. My peace is with you. I'm going with you. Got out of the car, no nervousness, just saw my brother, went right up to him. He says, I've had unforgiveness towards you for 37 years. So can you forgive me for holding you in my judgment? And I'm actually here to forgive you for all that abuse you gave in my young years. I forgive you and I release you. I just walked away after that. I just walked away because I found out on that course, forgiveness wasn't saying what you did was okay. Forgiveness wasn't saying I forget it. Because I don't forget what happened, but I have forgiven what has happened. Forgiveness said that I release you from my judgment. And that's what I did that day. I released him from my judgment. And I went into the car, sat down, I says, okay, let's go. I started talking to Bruce. And I'm like, did you see what I just did there? And he's like, yeah, I did. And I just started, it was all normal again. And it was that day that Bruce called me my love. When we first got together, that was our word for each other. Our names was my love. And after about 3 years of marriage, when things started getting bad for us, he stopped calling me that. Well, that day I did that forgiving thing. He says, I saw what you did, my love. And I'm like, oh, God, you're so good. Bruce and I were a couple, but we were like this. And he moulded us, he put us right back together. He knitted us back together. Bruce loves that. To him, sometimes he'll hug me at night and he'll say, I've got the woman back that I married. I know the Lord has given me the strength to handle whatever anyone throws at me now.